Alright, I think that should show up. Yes! Good! Good. I think I've done everything right for once. Right. Okay, we're doing something a little different today. I'm in the mood to do some 60s racing. Where's my thing? What am I looking for? Let's turn my music up a bit. There we go. I don't think my source should have changed. No, it hasn't. Good. Okay. So I've been kind of inspired by the races that I'd been watching, or the replays I've been watching, going back to the 60s. And I kind of thought, well, maybe I should try doing a season which is very similar to at least last season. So I've had a look at the races I did last season in my Grand Prix Legends of old. Let's see if I can move that down there. I can get a list of tracks. Okay. So according to my list, it also does depend what tracks I do have in Automobilista 2. I don't think I have all of them, but we'll see. So we can try out, like, I don't know if we're going to get through them all today, but doing like a little mini championship. I mean, the races that we did, well, what I did back then were like 30 to 40 minute races, and I thought, well, maybe I could do like 20-minute races. I was going to do some Le Mans Ultimate today, but I don't know if I'm really in the mood to do a long form race. So we'll just have to kind of play it by ear what we want to do. So, looking at the championship that I've got listed, it's 9 rounds. And I haven't actually done this yet. I haven't actually tried a championship, but apparently you can make your own one. So I think this is the one that I was trying to start off with, the 1970s championship. But let's edit this one and make it the 1960s. 1960s, and I thought the fun idea would be to have the weather set to the actual date of the race, because it was 2003 and 2004. Hello, Ben. How do? Right. So which one is it? Is it Formula Vintage or Formula Classic? Formula Vintage, isn't it? So it'll be this one here. My mouse is awfully sensitive. Right, so that's the right one. Right, so opponent numbers. Let's base it on how many turn up. So there was about a maximum of 18. So let's pick 17, and that includes me. Scoring type. Now, do you have to take these, or do you have to? You actually have to take this the scoring of something else. What should we have? I mean, back in the 60s, it would have been 9, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The Gen 2 is, yeah, is late 60s, early 70s. Pit stop, full course yellow, no. Let's change the pit speed to 200. I haven't actually looked at what tracks are available for Automobilista 2. I'm kind of just basing it on what I think might be there. So we know that Monza was the first round. And unfortunately, I don't know if we've got the older version of Monza. That's the 10K. That's the 10K. So we're going to have to go with 71, I think. Second is Mossport, and I believe Mossport is a thing. Mossport, there we go. Do I have to edit every single round to put on? Alright, so qualifying. God, menus upon menus upon menus. It should copy round 1. Maybe I should have started from there then. Alright, so let's remove those. Let's edit that. Qualifying is too long, so we're going to set it to 10 minutes. Start time, let's keep it at 2. How do you set it to historic? How do you set it to a historic? I thought you could actually set historic weather. So you can't set it to anything but real weather. Well, I've got the option to have real weather. Even the weather. Selecting real weather would disable the weather forecast. So I can have weather slots, which is 4. Well, this. Oh, okay. The date. See, this is where it's really confusing. So if I have the date of the race, which was. Alright, so. Oh no. So we're going to ignore the first Monza. We're going to ignore the first Mossport. Right, Monza. So the 26th of October, is that there? That's right. 2003. Right, so that should work, shouldn't it? So we're going to do timed races, 10-minute races. 26th of the 10th, real weather, standing start, mandatory pit stop, no. Okay. So you can only set it on the hour. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? Under the race settings, that's the only place that the date is. So you can't have single dates for each session. So that should have picked the first one. So the second one, if I click Mossport now, and let's have a look at the settings. So that's now it's picked the second. Be funny if this actually. Yeah, so that picks it a week later. So I've got to change that to, because it's the 9th. Well, a month later actually. No, a week later. So the next one is actually the 9th of November. So, I mean, if I'm doing the Nordschleife, a 10-minute race is only going to be 2 laps, isn't it? It's the date of the UK GPL race from the last season. So this is season 8's dates. And I know there's going to be rounds that I can't put in. So Nürburgring, historic 71. Race settings 23rd of November. Save. Right, next round is Watkins Glen. I don't think there's a historic one for this one, is there? There's one with the bus stop. There's one without the bus stop. I think this is the closest, the short version. Watkins Glen, the 7th of December. Two 2003. Kyalami. Now we do have Kyalami, don't we? Kyalami 1976. What we got? The 21st of the 12th. Next one. Mexico City. I don't think we have that, do we? Oh. Does it not have Mexico? Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll skip that one. The next one is Monaco. It's only the modern version of Monaco, this, isn't it? It's not called that, is it? It's the Azure. It's the modern version. Alright, settings. We are now the 18th of Jan 2004. Add a round. Zandvoort. There isn't one, is there? Can't believe I've not got Zanfort. Okay, makes the season a bit shorter. And there's no Snetterton. Oh no, there is Snetterton. But it's going to be the modern version of Snetterton. We'll do the outer circuit, which is probably the most like. So Snetterton is 16th of the 2nd. 16th of February. Save. So you can do the order there. No Zandy. Well, I mean, it's spelt the same. Is there another track that would fit in with the period? Is there any tracks which are in period? So Brands Hatch doesn't have a 60s version. Hockenheim? Should we do a Hockenheim? It's a bit different. I can't think of any that are back in the 60s apart from Interlagos, perhaps. Spa. We could do a Hockenheim and we could do a Spa. Because there's a Spa which is 1970. I don't think we're going to get through all of these today, are we? Well, I'll put them at the end of the season. Oh, I've done it again. Remove that. Select Hockenheim. 77 without all the crappy chicanes. Well, actually, this does have chicanes in it, doesn't it? In the 60s, it would just be a full blast. Unless they've not got it in order. No, 77. That'll have to do. That'll have to do. So maximum opponents 31. Now have we selected, so only opponents 17, but there are 31, so that means that 17 should turn up. I'm not sure why the maximum opponents is a thing there, because that... Now I can't remember. So that's a Ferrari. So I can take, which one should I take? Scarfotti, Bandini. We'll take the Ferrari. There we go. So that should be all saved. So I've got a skin pack on the Formula Vintage. I mean, I don't know if this means that there's only 20 of them. So how about if I pick 19 then? And it should pick all of the drivers. Well, if I pick 20, it means that it'll be all the drivers, right? Although it means that it won't pick the one that I've picked. Perhaps. So this is the 67 championship. I haven't changed anything since the patch. And I didn't have... I didn't think there would be any change at all. So that's a bit... I mean, it won't do anything until I've started it, will it? I feel like this is a bit of a waste. Although it's going to get populated once the championship starts, isn't it? Okay. Let's see. I'm going to turn those off because they are not good in VR. Raindrop, screen dirt. Do I want screen dirt? Appearing on the camera lens. No. Does end up causing a little bit of nausea. Wind volume. Let's turn that down a bit because that can get very annoying. Virtual reality. I don't think we need to do anything with this. Reset my boot gaze control. Blah blah. Super sampling. Well, that's not going to do anything until the start. Okay. Cross feedback. Now I had it on default plus. I've been told to actually so we got default adds damping, friction, limited vibration with a small amount of chassis feedback. Default plus adds some understeer drop off, more chassis feedback for feeling a car's weight transfer. I think I might actually keep it on default plus. So what do you think? Gonna put the oven on. Okay. Ooh. I mean, this is a bad idea, isn't it? This is gonna cause a lot of pain doing all of these races, but... Alright. I mean, I'm not sure the Automobilista 2 is...
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
...is really that great. What I haven't done, and I don't know whether this is a thing, the AI level, do I set that once I start? I'm guessing so. Because at the moment, my AI level is around 95. I just don't want to be blown out of the water. My thigh has gone a bit numb, which doesn't help. Right, let's try this out. So, we've got a custom championship. Press next. So it looks like there's a couple of fake names in there, unless they just can't put in Denny Hume or something. Why have I got that car? I shouldn't. That's the wrong car. Right, that's better. So, because I'm in number 8, there isn't a number 8 in the... That's cool then. Right, so AI scale. Do I want to set it to 100 and get absolutely blown away? Race distance scale. What does that mean? What does that mean? Why is the race 5 minutes? If I messed something up here. It says 10 minutes. So why does it say 5 minutes in the thing? Well, I mean, maybe it means that it acts like a real length race. But it's nothing to do with reliability or anything. I'm guessing that's just whatever my options are. Full damage, max damage scale, mechanical failures, random failures, sync to the race. Rules penalties off. But what I don't understand is that it says race 1 5 minutes. I've set it to 10 minutes. Maybe that needs to be 100%. There we go. So it was trying to fit my race into a different length. What? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. The 10-minute race with a 10-minute quali. I mean, we are probably only going to be doing 1 lap at Nordschleife if it's just 10 minutes. No, we're going to be doing 2 laps because we're probably going to be doing a 9-minute lap-ish. So, this is a stupid idea, isn't it? Shall I just set it to 100% and see where I get to? I'm going to get my arse handed to me, I think. Now, before, my UI was all kind of screwed up. So I'm wondering whether it's actually reset itself now that I've reset my VR space. Because it displayed okay for you on stream, but it didn't for me. It was at an angle. So, medium cloud and dry. So, at least it's not as bad. Right, I'm behind a fence in VR, which doesn't help. Okay. We're going to have squeaky pedals, of course. Okay, right. Right. We want to come down a bit. There we go. Flicking textures there. You can change the XML at any time. Change bloom to whom if you want. Okay. I don't know if that is actually a thing. You look at the speed dial, where as it goes up, it's a bit kind of framey, but as it comes down, it's a lot more framey. I don't know if that's a restriction. But the UI for me is still screwed up. It's still at an angle, so I don't know what's going on there, and it's tiny for me. Why is it tiny? Let's see if I can actually move some of it over. No, that's not what I want. Let's see if I can move the HUD for you as well. Do I have to go back to the thing? Where's the options? Turn to pits. Where's the options? Oh, there they are. HUD layouts. So for some reason, that's not at the edge of the screen. That doesn't make sense, does it? That's a bit annoying. I mean, it is. Let's pull it away from the edge of the screen a bit. But I think the rest should be okay. Right, I think we should be alright. I know my pedal camera is actually going to be covering up the lap times, but screw it. Right.
Tactics clear, don't cross the white line. Okay, Neil, we've got 6 minutes to get the job done.
Wasted 4 minutes at quality.
The leader's just done a 132.0.
Oh shit! Shit!
The leader has just done a 132.0. Your suspension's completely knackered. There's nothing we can do there. The leader has just done a 131.7.
Cold tyres.
Just done a 131.6. The car ahead has just done a 139.8. There's a car approaching. Stay behind the white line.
Alright, should we try that again? Oh, is that my wheel? Unfortunately, the edges of the shadows and stuff are a bit... Oh, fuck's sake, man. I'm not even going to get a lap in.
Suspension's completely knackered. There's nothing we can do there.
Maybe it would have been better not to have it on full damage, but...
Your exit is clear. Watch the white line.
My view does seem to be quite low in the on stream, so maybe I should get a bit lower. Yeah.
That's 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes. That's a new fastest lap for Clark. 131.2.
Might even get a lap in. Maybe it was a bad idea to have 100% AI. Now, there's no chicane up here, right? That corner is tighter than I remember. See, that relative, for you, it's up the top of the screen. For me, it's right in my eye line. So there's something a bit screwy with how the overlays are getting projected in VR. I don't know if I've accidentally changed something, but it's not right. because it's displaying smaller than it did.
Your sector 2 time is quick.
And it's at an angle. And that's probably going to cause me a headache if I don't move that. So I'm going to probably move that down to... Oh. Probably move it down. Getting a lot of understeer.
Pole position.
Pole by 0.9 of a second. This is 100% AI.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Right, I'm going to have to move that because it is not... It's out of order. So which one is it? Is it this one? Visual split? So that is going to have to come down here. Right, audio. Is there anything else I need to do in audio? Bonus samples max. I do get there is something about the audio where it feels, I don't know if it's like the resonance or something. I can hear it kind of resonating a little. Did you say that you was considering changing AI names to the real life opponents? Might be a little fiddly. Yeah. I mean, if I obliterate them in this first round, I'm definitely going to up it a bit. Presumably, I always go by the value here. But let's ask Jim. How much fuel for 10 minutes?
We haven't got that data.
I don't know why, Jim. Maybe because I haven't done enough laps. But let's put 31 in. I mean, I am understeering all over the place. So maybe I should stiffen the rear springs a bit to get a bit more oversteer. Oh, was that it? Was that it? So it's still 0.9 of a second. And hopefully the UI is out of my...
You're in pole. 9 minutes.
Right, medium cloud. It's 9 degrees though in Monza. It's cold. Increase the wing. Yeah, I will do that. It's a good version of Monza. I don't know if there's a way to change the graphics whilst I'm in here. So tilt angles, world scaling. No. Camera. Movement. No shaking, head movement, no G-force lateral. Show helmet. Just for a bit of fun. Oh, you can change it mid. Okay, so we'll change it onto medium damage just so that I'm not out straight away. Display. HUD level. HUD radar zoom. Proximity. Starting lights. Chat box. I think I'll probably do a Google search to see if anyone's had the same problem with it's now saying 44 litres. I'm going to put 48 in just to see what happens.
Ten minutes. Okay, Neil, get ready. Okay, spotter calls, please, Claire.
I didn't see the flag, man. So it looks like we got some work to do.
Left side. Hold your line. Clear left. Car left. Still there. Hold your line. Clear left.
Let's go.
Car right. Hold your line. Still there.
Looks like there is some
Clear right.
level of detail issues. Look at the car in front.
Car left. Clear left.
The rear wheels suddenly changed
Left side. Hold your line.
width.
Clear left.
Up to
P5.
fifth already. So we're battling against Rodriguez. I don't remember having to come down a gear in Grand Prix Legends.
On your right. Hold your line.
There's Jimmy.
Clear right.
P4.
Oh, I don't know what that was. Looks like something fell off someone's car. So we got Rodriguez in front, Surtees in second, Dangeli in first. I don't think we fancy going around the outside there.
On the
no.
left, 3 wide. Clear right.
It's kind of a shame that,
On your
that
left.
I know that there's
there.
obviously dirt
Hold your line.
that they've now put on the chassis
Still
and
there.
things.
Still there. Clear left. On your left.
But there still doesn't seem to be
Still
like exhaust fumes and things.
Still there. Clear left.
We do get backfires out of the exhaust, obviously, which is cool. But I mean, these races should be dusty, smoky, dirty. Pick up a draft from Dan Gurney, or not. Ah, Surtees! No, he's not going to let me have it. Oh, he's gone wide! Oh! What was that?
Left side.
Superhuman!
Hold your line.
He
Clear left.
came off the barrier and came back on the circuit.
Car left. Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line.
This bit scares me.
Hold your line. Clear left.
How are we doing behind? Battle for the top 3 here. Oh,
Right
are we
side.
going to go around the outside?
Hold
We
your line.
might.
Hold your line.
But blocked in by Surtees though.
Hold your line. Clear right. Right side.
Gonna grab a draft from
Hold your line.
Surtees.
3 wide. You're on the left. Hold your line. Still there. On your right. Clear right. Car right.
Oh, lacking in grip up here.
Hold your line. Still there. Clear right. Right side. Clear right. Right side. Clear right.
Oh,
On
dear.
your right.
Oh, he's sticking his
Still
nose
there.
in.
Clear right.
Oh. I mean, I don't know whether there's more things you can do in the XML files to do with reliability for, and I don't know if the skim pack has like inbuilt reliability settings. But if you think about the cars back then, these should be failing all over the place. You know, there should be engine blow-ups and pistons going and
You're leading.
I mean, I did try there was once a race I did in I think it was a 70s car, I think. Or maybe it was even a late 60s. And I developed a misfire.
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes.
Which meant I was probably on like 75% throttle most of the time. But the misfire seemed to kind of clear up late on in the race. As misfires do? I don't know. Do they? I'm still getting a lot of understeer. I wish I didn't have the shadows. I wish the shadows were maybe a bit softer on the edges. I mean, maybe it displays a bit better for you than it does in my headset. I'm not too sure. But maybe it's his headset resolution. I think I did turn. Whoa, steady. I turned the MSAA up to full, which is usually why things are not as sharp as at the distance. This is a good version of Monza, though.
Stay focused.
Right. Where's my fuel counter? I just noticed. Where would my fuel counter be? Oh, it's below the chat window. I can't see it. It lied, look. I've got 29 litres left. So what was the thing at the top that told me about the fuel? Didn't need 48 litres at all. We're definitely going to turn the AI up for the next one, though. Oh, I was looking at chat. I'm beating Gurney by 2 seconds, so we're going to turn the AI up to 105 next time. I mean, Jim didn't have the data, so... And I have to rely on Jim for this. I am getting a little bit of a stuttering as well. I think since the patch, the performance has gone a bit downhill. It used to be spot on, but now it's a bit iffy.
Nice one, Neil. Great win. You deserved that today.
Ooh. There we go. Oh, I've been gripping the wheel too tight. Yeah, it seems to... I mean, it's not that... It wasn't the sharpest pre-patch. But it seemed... I don't know what I've done with... Because there was things where I was loading plugins and things to try and help sharpness and all kinds of things. But I seem to have done something which has made the image quality go down. Unfortunately, it's things that make the image look bad, for me, anyway. I'm noticing that I've got the standings on the left, but I don't have a relative. I don't know where that is. Maybe I've turned it off. And I'm going to move the rev counter up, because at the moment it's overlapping the chat window. Oh, the relative was there. Where was it then? Oh, it was over on the right hand side, wasn't it? How did they get to the pits before me?
Look out for the pit speed limit.
Oh, those people have retired. It does stutter when you turn your head. There we go. There you go. Right, so can you only adjust the AI? Maybe you can't do it mid-season. Where does the AI level come from? It's when you start the... Am I stuck in the AI level now? Do I not get to change it? What's this? What's this? What's this? Right. Let's see if there's some extra graphical options I can maybe turn up now that I'm out of the game, out of the thingy. So visual effects, graphics, performance. So anisotropic. Let's turn that up to high. Shouldn't that be doing something there? Devise the best looking smoothed edges. Okay, so how do you get that one enabled? Shadow detail. Now I turned those down because I thought that I was getting it was getting a little bit framey. Enhanced mirrors improves fidelity of the scene displayed in the cockpit and mirrors, improving the visual quality and makes the detail sharper, but it may impact. Let's turn that off. I've turned grass off because I can't be bothered. I don't know why that's not a thing. Oh well, I'd have to restart the game. Let's turn that back on. Doesn't make a difference because I haven't restarted the game. Right, maybe it's a bad. Turn off the AI Pitstop. True. I mean, there is no pit stops in this, so but I've got a pit stop degree to player only. Only the player's laptop man will be visible. No other pit crews. Player only. Only the player's full pit crew. Well, I'm gonna say none to that then. I mean, that's right, isn't it? For the crew chief to work. I think. Don't know. For Jim to work. Okay. Right, so if I go to championship, alright, race distance scale, let's turn that to 105. Off to Mossport we go. Let's see what our weather's going to be like. Is it going to be raining in Canada? Considering this isn't, what, November? October? It's a clear day! It's a bloody clear day! Right, let's edit the HUD layout and let's move our speedo. We're going to move it up there, I believe. I mean this. I've lost my stream. Where's my stream gone? I think I've accidentally minimised it. Where are you? Oh no, it is there. Right, let's go back to the game. There we go. Oh, it's just very faded, that's all it is. That's all it is. Right, Steam overlay. What are we looking for? We're looking for... stream preview, that's what we're looking for. Oh! Alright, just transparency. No, that's zoom. Transparency, here we go. Because I can't see it. Distance. Let's move that up. Just let's... Oh! Right. Where's the sound? Right, I think... I mean, the UI for you on the left just above the pedals should be okay. Yeah, okay. Whew, right, let's see what Mosport's like.
The pit exit's clear. We've got 8 minutes to do the business.
What's the air temperature?
Air temp is now 0 Celsius.
I'm gonna be driving on 4 blocks of ice. I thought, is it only Assetto Corsa that can do seasonal changes, or can this do it as well? I thought tracks would actually change their look depending on what time of year you were driving. Maybe I'm mixing it up with something else.
Okay, make those calls please, Claire.
Car left, clear left. On your left, clear left.
Right, I'm having to learn this circuit again now.
The leader's just done a 122.2. The
Okay.
leader has just done a 121.7.
Getting a hell of a lot of understeer. Saying hey, it's a bit of oversteer. It's just pushing. If I give it any kind of speed mid-turn, it's pushing. I don't know whether I should increase the stiffness of the rear or soften the front. All of my UI is completely in my way.
The car ahead has just done a 124.0.
When I'm turning into an apex.
On your left.
I'm getting absolutely slaughtered down the straights now.
Still there. Hold your line, clear left.
Yeah, that was a bit fast.
On your right, clear right.
I mean, I want to
clear left.
I want to challenge. I don't want to be beating them. I don't want to win every time. I definitely need to actually increase oversteer. Why am I defending from that Brabham?
On your left, clear left.
Let's go back to the pits and see if I can get into. So why have I got a Virginia? Don't ask me where that came from. Don't ask me where that came
All right,
from.
Neil. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes left.
Stiffen the anti-roll bar. Soften it at the front, stiffen it at the back. If we're doing 121s, how many laps of fuel do we do? We're going to be doing less than 10 laps. Aren't we? No. Yes. I can do maths. Oh, no, that's not one. Oh, it's as stiff as it can get at the back. Let's soften it at the front. Bit of rake, as they say. Alright. I don't even think I've put in a represented lap time yet.
There's a car.
Clear left.
I'm 20th at the moment.
The car in front has just posted a 124.2.
See, what times did I do in Grand Prix Legends back then? It was 21s or something, wasn't it? It was in the 20s. So you don't hear the horrible gear change sounds that Ben does on his stream. No rattling off the limiter. You know you're supposed to change up, Ben. Oh, that was a bit. That was a bit low. You definitely got to get your head around.
Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes
Because
to go.
so much understeer mid corner. Usually I kind of rely on being able to use the rear end to steer a little bit, but it's not working. I mean, the amount of see, if I'm on medium damage, is that like medium physical damage? Because I mean, if I was banging off the rev limiter and I was on full damage, do you think that would blow an engine? I mean, maybe I should turn it back to high because I'm a bit more careful now. I'm not crashing. Maybe it's best not go down the first.
Okay, Neil, there's a car exiting the pits. Heads up.
Where am I? 14th. So we're definitely not going to get it our own way in the... Oh, jeez. What? Come down a gear. I'm wondering whether I should actually reduce the gear ratios. Oh,
Alright.
what are you doing?
Clear right.
And I'm finding that I've got into the habit now of, I mean, I'm not one to bang down the gears early. I'm always doing my gear changes, no matter what car. I either space out my gear changes and do them, or wait till the kind of the last minute to do them when the revs are a bit lower. A lot of people will sometimes take advantage of the fact that you can bang down the gears. I wasn't expecting it to take control of my car. Bang down the gears and whack off the rev limiter, which can slow the car down easier, and it kind of takes advantage of I suppose the failure of I don't know if that's a thing, whether you can actually do that in real life or not. So 12th. And now we are 0.9 off the leader. So, yeah, there we go.
That's the end of the session. P12, 10 minutes.
Ooh,
You'll need to get on with this. P12.
It's foggy. How much fuel for 10 minutes?
We haven't got that data.
I knew you wouldn't. I'm going to keep it with 13 laps. Still really don't know what to do with setup at all to get this thing to turn. But there seemed to be kind of like an inherent problem. It's 1 degree track air temperature and 8 degrees track temperature. So it's probably cold tyres are not helping for the player, of course. The AI probably love it. I don't know if there was a way to put in on visual start lights, wasn't there? Display. Starting grid light. I'll turn those on because I tried to find the flagman and he didn't appear. So I think I've done everything. There was actually a way to turn on the helmet.
10 minutes. You'll need to get on with this. Get ready. Acknowledged. We'll have spotted calls from here, please, Claire.
Clear left. Left side. Clear left.
He's not leaving me too much room. Come on, Jackie, let's go.
Car right.
Whoa, he's not giving me much
Still there.
room, is he?
Clear right. On your left. Car left. Clear left.
Took a bit of a chance there. Of course, it's only top 6 for points as well. Whoa!
Right side.
Didn't actually mean to do that.
Still there. Clear right.
What a manoeuvre!
10th position.
Coming in, Graham. I'm just really having trouble getting this thing turned. Let's go, Graham Hill.
Car left. Hold your line.
Oh, Jesus!
Clear left.
He didn't see me. Looks like we're getting no points from Mossport.
P15. You're losing 2 tenths in sectors 1 and 2. Sector 3 is 6.8 seconds off the pace.
P15? Have we had retirements already?
Okay, Neil, the next car is Ginther.
Ginther. There must have been an accident at the start then, because there's still some people behind me. It's nice and bumpy. That's what we like from vintage circuits. You can feel the track. I guess I just have to be a bit gentler and not try and overdo it with overloading the tyres mid-corner. Alright, I definitely went in there too hot. I still don't know whether to stay in third or go down the second for this turn. But maybe I should have reduced the gear ratios a little. Coming up against Scarfotti, my teammate.
Remaining, 5 minutes left.
Maybe it's because I think I've turned down the opponent levels, perhaps. That's why the level of detail at distance is... So I'm not even getting to 5th gear coming up the back straight, so... Maybe I'm turning a bit too late on corner entries as well.
The gap ahead is now 1.4 seconds.
I found that when I was playing the classic sports cars. I found that you actually have to turn in the nose quite early. Oh, I was looking at my tyres and not concentrating that there was a corner coming up. Because, I mean, you can see the guy ahead, his helmet disappears very, very early. I should put in a protest about Graham Hill. He knocked me off. He knocked me off, he did. Well, there's not quite a gap there. I mean, I can perhaps get a bit of lift off oversteer. Maybe I'm just keeping too much throttle in mid-turn. Not quite. I thought I could get over the top of him and then the outside there, but not quite.
Left side. Hold your line.
That's not planned.
Hold your line.
We're gonna take it
Clear
though.
left.
A little unexpected. I don't think we're gonna get anywhere near the top 6 though.
2 minutes to go.
Missed a gear.
2 minutes.
Oh Jesus! I'm stepping on
All right.
the brake
Clear right.
there to avoid an accident. You can overtake at Mosport. Who knew?
12.
On your left.
What I
Hold your
find
line.
that they
Clear
don't,
left.
no
your
sim
right.
racing
Clear right.
developers really solve the issue of AI
Car
doing
left.
superhuman moves.
Still there. Clear left.
So that,
Car left.
oh, the door opened, I went through it.
Still there. Clear left.
So that they're able to do like switching direction and things like that. Quicker than any car could. It seems to be an inherent problem because obviously the AI is never using the physics model of the player. So we got up to 10th. If it wasn't for Graham Hill.
P10.
I think that might mean that that's it, the last lap? No, not quite. I sometimes feel that I'm not turning enough either. Come on, Rodriguez.
Left side.
Oh, I took a bit of a
Watch your line.
chance. We've locked wheels.
Clear left.
What might have been... We definitely had the pace to get up to the front. Oh, jeez, what happened there?
Right side.
Oh, jeez!
Clear right.
Shit! Sorry! I think I just killed someone. That was the worst rejoin in the world.
13th place. Okay, it's
Lost 3 places in the final turn. I don't know what happened. When I locked the rears or something, it looks like has someone blown an engine over the finish line? Looks like someone's dropping oil. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe someone was dropping oil. I mean, does it look like he's dropping oil or not? He's definitely blown
left.
something.
Clear left.
Moderator won't be happy.
Left side.
There's Jackie.
Hold your line. Still there.
Oh. I'm not sure who that
Still
is.
there. Hold your line.
That's
Clear
Siffert.
left.
It only seems to be the right-hand side of the car as well. The left-hand side seems to be okay.
Car left.
Who's that? That
Still
is...
there.
That's
Clear left.
Rodriguez. I definitely... Maybe it was one of my teammates.
Watch your
Did I just
speed.
kill one of my teammates? Oh, hang on a second. I didn't say that all these guys could come out in the pits. Ugh. Well, what might have been... Right, Dan Gurney leads the championship. I mean, 105, I think he's okay. I definitely wasn't thrashing them. Right, 10 minutes of Nordschleife. What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? I just realised I'm in the dark. But surprisingly, the pedal camera is not too badly lit, although I am in the dark. In the lounge. Oh, what we got? Oh, fuck's sake, man. It's wet. Shit. Right. Do we want to do the same option that we did before? Which is bumping up the suspension. It stayed the same, isn't it? That's what it was on last time. I mean, maybe I should increase the caster angle to get a bit more front feeling. Let's turn up the brake pressure to 100. I'm probably going to regret that. Oh, god damn it. Well, let's at least try. I mean, remember, it's a different day.
Pit exit's clear. All right, Neil, we've got 8 minutes to get a decent
Actually, no,
lap in.
it's not, is it? It's not a different day. It's set on the same day, but earlier. So this is set at 2 o'clock, and the race is set to 3. So you're exactly right. It might be a little bit different. I mean, I know where this track goes. I'm not sure of the braking points, and we're going to be we're not going to get a qualifying lap in, I don't think. So it's put me at the top of the timesheets, which I don't think is very fair. I think the qualifying should be in championship order if no one gets a lap time in. So this obviously being the 70s version of Nordschleife, so you've got curbs instead of just grass verges. I like the 60s version of Nordschleife. And of course, we've got to be very careful with puddles in this game because aquaplaning is a thing. So I'm keeping an eye on some of the puddles. There doesn't seem to be very many of them, so it's not a very wet track. There's just like a couple of puddles here and there. That's the corner I was most scared of. So we'll have to see whether the AI actually gets around for a lap time, because if they do, I'm probably going to drop down the order. Although I think we might get one timed lap in. We might. Because I think the lap times are going to be around the 9-minute mark. But unfortunately I came out the pits with 8 minutes to go. So I might be shit out of luck.
Okay, Neil, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
I think the weather system, I mean, each sim racing game has their unique selling points, and the weather system of this game is certainly unique to any sim racing game. No sim racing game has this weather system and the backup of historical data, which I thought was a very nice touch. Because I believe you can have historical data dating back to the 70s or so, which I think is very, very cool. Definitely got the force feedback quite strong. I'm definitely not pushing. But they've tried to get some of the historical versions of the tracks in. Not all of them, of course, so Watkins Glen doesn't have a historical layout. And they've kind of picked the dates which when it had some significance. Oh, we didn't quite get our speed down enough to get into the banking there. I think in terms of layout, you know, Nordschleife didn't change between the 60s and 71, I think this is. It was just the kind of the rebuild when safety was a bit more of a concern. They started saying, hang on a minute, we should probably have curbs instead of just grass and stuff like that. And I mean, that's what I really appreciate about what Riser does with the content. I mean, what kind of licensing deals they've got with the manufacturers to ask whether they can build historic versions of their tracks, and I'm kind of a bit sick of modern tracks. They lack a lot of character, end up looking a lot the same.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
But there's kind of perfect opportunity to have 60s and 70s content. Many of the tracks just don't exist now. I mean, there's a track that I've only played in a certain number of games called, I think it was the Swiss Grand Prix, and it only ran for 2 years before it ran out of funding. It was called Nivelle Ballers, I think it. Whoa, steady. Nivelle Ballers, I think it was called. It's probably not pronounced like that, but I don't know if it's actually based in Switzerland, but I am going to brake and go down a gear for this because I'm not sure. And there's quite a good version for Assetto Corsa. I mean, it's a little bit uninteresting layout-wise, but I'm gonna do a lap. I crossed the line with 11 seconds to go. We're gonna get a lap in. So it doesn't look like there's any significant puddles. Oh, we're bumping off the curb there, doesn't it? Oh, heavy foot. Looks like we've got the tyres relatively warm. Oh, I brake way too early for that. I mean, what's the chances that it might be raining in an hour? I don't know if anyone's actually crossed the line yet. No one's done a lap time. I'm sure Jim will tell me and say, "You're slow," he's going to say. "You suck." And I mean, the fact that this game has the back roads layout to the Nürburgring as well. I think it's called the Schleife, or whatever. Well, weirdly, it seems to have a different layout to the mods that are for Assetto Corsa and for R-Factor 2. So I don't know what source that everyone was using. It should be from the same location, but for some reason the tracks look different. So someone's wrong. I'm gonna stay in second for this now. Span up the tyres over that crest there. Maybe I should actually turn down the force feedback, because I've got it 100% in game, and I think it's 100% in the Thrustmaster profiler as well. But I mean, I can't run that in R-Factor 2. I've turned it down to about 60 or 70% in R-Factor 2. Oh shit. My arms are going to ache after this race. It is only going to be 2 laps long, but still no lap times in yet. Oh dear. Although saying that, if I turned it up to 100% gain, or was it 100% in general? I'll have to check. I definitely might want to turn it down, otherwise I won't be able to move my arms tomorrow. Definitely going to have to stay in second for that. I think coming up, this is the Niki Lauda turn, isn't it? This section. This bit coming up here. I've also got to save some energy to cook dinner as well. Got some chicken in the fridge that I need to do something with. And I want to be able to stir the pan. Sucks having physical problems. Gonna have something with rice. I think it's a chicken and leek sauce I'm having tonight. I was trying to I'd actually bought too many groceries over the past couple of months. I seem to run out of fridge materials very, very quickly because I do like a monthly shop, and I never buy enough stuff to go in the fridge because it obviously just goes off to, it doesn't have a big shelf life. And I always go overboard with getting as much frozen stuff in bulk as I can. And I've been able to, I think the last time I did my grocery shop was about like the 2nd of November or something. So I've been able to kind of push the date back of when I get my next monthly shop, but I think I might be leaving it a bit too late around Christmas because, I mean, what's everyone's idea to do around Christmas? Just to do an online shop, I'd imagine. So I can't imagine that they're going to have many slots that are free. I might order it now, but it might not be available until, might not be able to get it for a week. So every weekend at the moment I'm going to the local news agents or shop and getting a sandwich and a couple of drinks. It's a bit expensive. Spent £20 today. But I got myself a couple of treats, got myself a chocolate bar, a couple of energy drinks, some sugar. But even though I finished my energy drink about 2 hours ago, I seem to have like an extended reaction to caffeine. It just keeps me up. I just can't sleep. So even though I had it around lunchtime, I'm probably going to be up until about 2 or 3 a.m. this week, or this weekend. Oof, there is a bump there that I don't like. Right, we've got to remember to lift off over the hump this time, otherwise... I mean, the track has dried out quite significantly, it looks like. I've actually got a sweat on. I just love the coming back down the hill through the hedges and stuff. Oh, so they've done a lap of 7:55. So a bit quicker than I thought the lap times would be. I was thinking they were going to be in the 9-minute mark. So what am I going to do? What's my lap time? 26 seconds off the pace. Where am I? Holy shit. Okay.
P20, 10 minutes. You really need to get on with it.
Oh fuck, it's raining. It's raining. Oh no. Right. Let's have a look. 4-2 back, default plus. Oh, I've got the gain set to 60. So I'm going to turn that way down. 40. I'm probably not going to feel anything now. And we're going to turn the low force boost down because I don't think we actually need it, to be honest. I mean, I don't think we need the effects either. Fried chicken. Right. I didn't actually take into account what how many laps we're doing. So 2 laps. There's 7 minutes. I'm going to be in 35, I think. So what, I mean, do we turn the tyre pressure down or do we turn it up? I'm not sure. Do we turn it up or do we turn it down in cold weather? I don't know, my switching software has decided to give up. There we go. I just wanted to switch the music because that sounded a bit crappy. Right. Right, let's close the ducts a bit because it's fucking cold. Even though it's 13 degrees, it's now a soaked track surface rather than just... I mean, the hour it took from qualifying to the race. So what do I do? Do I bump up the pressure in the tyres or do I lower the pressure in the tyres? Because my theory is that if you lower the pressure in the tyres, you get more movement in the tyre carcass between the treads and it'll warm up the tyre. That's my theory. Could be the kiss of death. But we'll see. I mean, I should soften it all round, really. But, that's not thunder, was it? Sounded like thunder. Or is that the... That's the song, isn't it? Yeah, that'll do. Whatever that is, I don't know what that is. Oh, right. I'm about to die. Right. What I'm also going to do... I don't know if I can do it here. No, it doesn't do it here.
20th place. Okay, Neil, get ready.
Oh, shit. Bollocks. There we go. Got my helmet camera on. I'm going into a load of spray. Oh, we don't want to change down to first gear, do we? There we go. Cool.
Okay, spotter calls, please, Claire.
Car left. Still there. Hold your line. Clear left.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Left
I'm scared.
Hold your line.
I'm really
Hold your
scared.
line. Clear left. Car right. Clear right.
What they still haven't changed is the helmet camera seems to bounce up and down on your head. It's got a little suspension to it, whereas it should really be fixed to your face. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, we fucked it.
Your suspension's going to need sorting, you'll need to come in.
I don't know, should I restart? I don't really want to do 2 laps of damage. What do you think? Restart, okay.
Okay, Neil, the track temp is 10. The air temp is 13 Celsius. We're seeing some rain. P20, 10 minutes.
Seeing some
Not got much time to
rain.
sort this out. Get ready. Okay, make those calls, please, Claire.
Where's the spray gone? Where's the spray gone? Is that a bug?
We're seeing a little bit of suspension damage.
That's a bit odd, isn't it? It was a wall of spray before. I think we found a game bug. I will read chat. I can't at the moment. I'm concentrating. It was maybe a bad idea to have 105% on the narrow slope. Yes, it did die a bit, didn't it? Oh. Oh, that shit me up. I thought I was going to collide with that. Oh, front of the car just came up. No, 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 no. I didn't hit anything solid. Oh. I just reversed into the fence though. Looks like this race is going to be a washout. I mean, it had to be a bloody raining as well, just to make it extra difficult. You end up having like raindrops on the visor, but they never seem like what the real visor would be like. Because I imagine that the rain effects would be similar to what I see in the screen in front of me. If I can survive 2 laps around here in the wet, then good. No points for me. Dan Gurney can run away with this championship. He's leading at the moment. It's Bruce McLaren. No, I don't see Dan Gurney in the points. Stupid that I picked the dates of the winter season, which probably means I'm going to be stuck in the wet for some of the upcoming ones, depending on the climate, of course. I mean, I wonder what it's going to be like at Kyalami. Seem to unwind there. Ooh.
Five minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
Now, even though I've turned the gain down on the force feedback, it's still pretty strong. Down to about 40% now from 60. Still definitely giving me a workout. Ow, ow. Oh, I didn't come into that banking very smooth, did I? I just can't believe I'm this off the pace though. $16 seconds. I think maybe there's a discrepancy between dry weather grip and wet weather grip. It's either that or I'm just not good in the wet. I don't actually know what the next round is. I think my arms might have fallen off before then anyway. Oh, jeez. I don't know what the helmet camera actually looks like on stream. I don't think I've actually tried it. Now, I've said it before, particularly with the valve index, which is what I'm using, it's not it's not the top of the range headset, because other headsets have come out after it and are higher in resolution and field of view and stuff. So, from what I see through the headset, I can see the edges of the headset. So, I mean, you can ignore it that there are. It's like you're looking through a pair of binoculars, you know. And I mean, there are headsets which have a bigger field of view than this one. I mean, I kind of look forward to the day when they have actually solved the fact that
2 minutes left, 2 minutes.
Being able to look through a kind of a letterbox in your headset and having your view completely filled with the world around you. So you can be completely immersed, but those days, even the highest range of field of view headsets don't completely fill your vision. I mean, I've had to. I mean, it might be a bit different for other people. I first of all ran. I ran with glasses in my headset, which reduced it even more, because you would see your glasses in there and you'd have to push the lenses quite far forward so it didn't scratch the lenses of your glasses. But I since moved to prescription lenses inside the headset, so I could push the lenses a bit further.
The car ahead is belt-wise.
Forward, as in closer to my eyes. But you still get the kind of the goggles effect. That's why I'm maybe looking forward to what they're doing with the Valve Index 2. I know a lot of people kind of jumped on the bandwagon of having a higher res headset, getting the Pimax headsets and stuff, but everything I hear about the Pimax headsets and the Meta headsets and stuff, it's always constant problems. I don't know whether the people are just never satisfied with whatever they have, or they're people that just constantly like to tweak, so they're never happy with whatever they get, whatever they've got, which is possible, but I'm always hearing problems with other headsets. I mean, mine's simple enough because it's native to Steam VR, so it works. It just works. It's got the kind of the widest compatibility possible. You don't have to mess with third-party tools and stuff to get things to work. I mean, there is the slight disadvantage that it is a lower res headset, and the field of view is lacking compared to others. It's not very bulky, which is an advantage compared to some of the other ones. I look at the Pimax headset and just look at them and go, I'd get a headache after a while with that big, huge thing on my head. And I blatantly refuse to have any kind of Meta headset, because I just don't agree with the business practices of Facebook. But I just hear so many problems. It's like whenever I've discussed hardware with people, and people have said, oh, you should go for an AMD system. Oh, an AMD system is cheaper. Oh, you'd get more bang for your buck. But all the problems I hear about kind of like new games and upcoming games and what have you always seems to be AMD problems. My Intel system just seems to work, and I would probably rather pay more to just have that reliability, drivers that work. Because I'm an Intel NVIDIA system at the moment. And I mean, it kind of helps when you're kind of doing technical support for stuff, and you just see constant problems with driver support for AMD systems, and you're just like, well, sucks to be you. It seems to be a little bit rarer that problems come up with NVIDIA and Intel systems. Although there is that big problem with the Intel systems at the moment about 13th and 14th gen processors, which doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence about building my next system. I mean, I spent, what was it, $2,500 on my system in 2021, I think it was. It was either 2020 or 2021. But I'm going to be, I suppose I'm pushing it a bit further with my next system build because I want more longevity with it. The price tag's coming out at $3,500. And you would hope that a £3,500 system would be good. You would hope. But I spec'd it all out and basically bumped up the processor speed and given myself 64 gig of RAM now rather than just 32 to future-proof. But I don't know, it still seems a lot of money to spend. But I mean, I spend most of my day on a computer, so... But at the moment I'm running an i9 10900K, and the processor that I was going for the next system, I didn't know these processors existed. There's something something that exists called the i9 Extreme, and I checked out like the benchmarks and stuff, and just like the top processor that wasn't the Extreme was the i9. I think it was the 1300, no 13,000, like 1390 or something like that. So I checked the benchmarks of that, and then I checked the benchmark of what was the Extreme version, and the Extreme version beat it by like 30 or 40%. I mean, the price tag is ridiculous. You're spending like £900 just on a processor. But I think my next graphics card is going to be I wanted to get a system in the 5000 series, but I think I might opt for the generation previous. I didn't know whether there was going to be a big price drop next year, which is when we believe that those ones are coming out. So I was going to go for a 4080 or 4090. Because I don't want to spend like £3,500 and then suddenly find out that when the 5000 series comes out that it suddenly drops like £500 or something stupid. But I mean, if you're spending £3,500, it's not like £500 is going to make too much difference, is it? You're always going to have some kind of buyer's remorse about spending that amount of money. I mean, when I spend big amounts of money like that on a like a system or a big bit of hardware, I tend to not like to read up on what the prices are in a couple of months, so that I save myself some buyer's remorse, because it would just make me feel bad about what I've spent. So when I contacted the system builders of the PC that I'm going to be buying, I said, well, I've got plans on, this is the system I'm going to build. I've spec'd it all out and told them I want a system that's not like a Christmas tree.
B16. Okay, it's over. Good drive.
Oh, I finished ahead of a few people. So I've said that I don't want a Christmas tree system, so I really detest all of the RGB stuff. I mean, the most RGB stuff that I've got at the moment is a lit keyboard, and I couldn't really avoid having... I mean, you can turn it off, having all the Corsair stuff. I don't know if the helmet cam actually adds to anything, or maybe it detracts from the I'm trying to find the keys on the keyboard. Where are we? No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Where's the keys? There we go. I think it probably blocks off a bit too much. Oh! Ow! As expected, my arms are hurting. So Jim Clark gets the first place, Joseph at second, Bruce McLaren third, Graham Hill fourth, Denny Bloom is in fifth, and Jochen Rindt is in sixth. So Dan Gurney gets no points. I really struggled there. Really struggled. But I wasn't last. I was not last. Why is Dan Gurney down? That's a bit odd, isn't it? So the order of this stuff is wrong. They just ordered it any old how. So Dan Gurney still leads the championship by 1 point. It doesn't help that I've not scored for 2 rounds. Oh, there we go. Oh, my arms hurt. I don't know if I want to do the next one. It's probably not a good idea, is it? Oh, right. So the next round would be Watkins Glen. So different climate next time. I'm probably going to keep it on 105. But it's a good little experiment. So how many rounds have I got in this? Got 9 rounds in this championship. I mean, it's done. I don't know if it's worth turning down the force feedback even more because I'm still struggling. My arms really hurt. It does say the model is the TSPC Racer. That's what it's actually classed as. Yeah. So I should be having my dead zones here, because my pedals are not doing very well. Whew. So, yeah, a nice experiment. We will come back to this at some point. I mean, it had to be the hardest 3, though, didn't it? I mean, they're only 10-minute races, but I really suffered in that one. I suppose Monza was probably the easiest of the 3, but yeah. But I think we'll come back to that. I thought it was a fun idea. I just got the taste of it from what I was doing with the replays. And I mean, I'll come back to doing the replays as well, because we're going to be starting, from what I remember, we're on season 9 of 12. And we didn't get promoted this season, so we're staying in Division 2. Need to turn it. So where are the XMLs then? Is it in the documents folder? I imagine I probably wouldn't be able to open it whilst I've got the game open, but there's an Automobilista folder in there. Is it save games? Career saves, profile, single champs? Single champs? Well, that's not an XML file, so it's not that. That's a .sav. Program file, Steam apps. Oh, it's actually in the main folder, is it? Right, where did I put Automobilista 2? So use data, custom AI drivers. So that was Gen 1, wasn't it? No, that's it's not Formula Classic, it's Formula Vintage, isn't it? Let's have a look. Can I actually show you this? I can. There we go. Here we go. Added overrides to balance 71 performance. I don't think that. What does the calendar do? Because this stuff isn't commented out. Oh no, it is. Okay. So what we got? So you got race skill, qualifying skill, aggression, defending, stamina, consistency, start reactions, wet skill. So you got race skill here 93, and then you got wet skill of 84. Weather tire change. Avoidance of mistakes, avoidance of forced mistakes. So it's got specific liveries per round as well. Forced mistakes. So in comparison, Denny... See, look, Denny is here. So Jim Clark, Graham Hill... So you got livery name and then specific livery names per race. Look, so at certain tracks they've changed a couple of values. So Joe Siffert, Bruce McLaren, Guy Ligier, Jackie Stewart, Mike Spence, John Surtees, Hubert Hahn, Jean-Pierre Beltoise, Jackie Ix, Chris Amon, Lorenzo Bandini, Ludovico Scarfotti, Jochen Rindt, Pedro Rodriguez, Dan Gurney, Richie Ginther, and that's it. So I don't know where that name came from. I mean, it said that I had a possible number of liveries 19. Because when I enter, it takes away one of the Ferraris, which I think is quite clever. But the Danny Whom, or whatever his name is not actually in the livery list. So make it make sense. What all these values mean, I don't know. So look, the wets. See here, I don't know who won that last round. It wasn't Jim. No, it was Bruce McLaren, wasn't it? So he's got a race skill of 75, but a wet skill of 78. So it's probably not based on the race skill. I don't know whether the wet skill has to be underneath the race skill at all. Vehicle reliability. Now, does 0.33 mean good or bad? I mean, we should look up the Lotuses for that, shouldn't we? What's the Lotuses got? So Graham Hill... Is Graham Hill in the Lotus? He is in the Lotus. So 0.3. I mean, every single race, we're only doing 10 minutes, and I've got the mechanical failures scaled to the race. So, I mean, it's probably doing like 100% in 10 minutes. And I'm having like 4 retirements per race. Brabham is 0.96 vehicle reliability. That probably means the Brabhams are pretty solid. So maybe it is like the lower the value, the worse it is. But I mean, the Lotus, if you look at like the stats of in 1967, didn't the Lotus rarely finish? It was only Jim Clark that could make it finish. Maybe that's why it's a bit lower for Graham Hill. But it's kind of 50% reliability for Jim Clark. But I'd like to see more reliability problems. I would like to see half the field not finish like they did in the 60s. So if I bring up the 1967 season, 1967 F1. We'll have a look at the table. Because it was won by Denny Hulme in 67. Where are we? So Jim Clark. So there's how many races? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he retired 5 out of 11. It's pretty much 50%. So I'm guessing that they have done it on that. Look, Graham Hill finished 3 out of 11. So I'm guessing that's why that's 0.3. So that's what they've done. I mean, Denny Hulme, obviously he finished... Well, he didn't finish 2 out of 11. So, yeah. So they've gone the right way about it. I mean... in theory, Bruce McLaren, he only finished 2 out of 11, so that McLaren would blow up nearly every single round. I mean, could you possibly have like reliability per circuit? Because it did pick like raceability at certain rounds and things. Could you really narrow it down to say the reliability if Jochen Rindt was at Monaco, he would have a really bad reliability? I don't know whether that's a stat you could apply to a certain livery or not, or a certain race. So if he retired, you set it down to something like 0.2 or 0.1. Whoever John Love is, I don't know. He only did 1 race and he scored 6 points. Who is John Love? Died in 2005. He was born in Southern Rhodesia, which I don't think exists now. I think it's named something else. Maybe it's actually named Zimbabwe now. I wonder what his nationality was after 1972. South African? It's always interesting going back and look at all these stats. I think they've gone about it the right way. But again, I don't know if it's worth tweaking it a bit more. I'd love more retirements. I mean, it's maybe... Yeah. See, I don't know if it's worth adjusting the damage on... for me as well. Maybe having it on high instead. So that... but the options are... So, visual only, performance impacting. So, applies to the vehicle's aesthetics and performance, but will not allow for any damage that will prevent the completion of a race. Full damage is applied to the vehicle's aesthetics and performance. If enough damage occurs, the vehicle may not be able to complete the race. Damage scale determines... So, I've got it set at full damage, haven't I? But it's just the scale of it is down. Damage scale determines the amount of damage your vehicle receives when making contact. Oh. Okay. So that doesn't affect other stuff. We've got mechanical failures on. Random failures. Or maybe I should have set it to authentic. Yeah, maybe I should have set it to authentic. So sync to race. By setting this option, the amount of random failures will occur at a rate that is believable to the race length set. Yeah, okay, let's set it to authentic then. And see what happens. We'll suddenly get Graham Hill blowing up every single round. Right. Okay. It's Sunday. It is Sunday. So what we've got upcoming, we've got the last round of the Super Formula Championship. Shit. Was I supposed to be broadcasting? No. I thought I was supposed to be broadcasting tonight. It's the 15th. So next week on the 22nd will be our last round of the Super Formula Renault Championship. So I'm going to be online at... I can't remember, it's 5:45 UK time. So it's going to be Okayama. I have set up got some special overlays to do for the last round. Because it's the championship decider, and I've set out some of the possible permutations. I mean, I wouldn't say it's completely sewn up because bad things can happen on the last round. So it could be close, but the second, third, fourth, and fifth are definitely not over with. So join me for that. So I'm thinking, what's the date in the coming week? I'm thinking I might have some work to do next week, so I might not do midweek stream, but I may come back on. I'm just trying to find my where's my bot command that I've got to get to. I can change the thing. Stream elements dashboard, that's the one. So for definite, the next stream is going to be on the 22nd. If I can find where the bloody commands are, there we go. Let's make sure that we don't make a spelling mistake in the bot command this time, because it screwed it up. No, there isn't such a thing as 33rd in December. So 17:45, I believe, is when we're going to be online. So I can do my bot command now, and it should work. Cool. Okie dokie. Well, thanks for watching this delve into a bit more of an Automobilista. I'll set the thing to be authentic this time, and maybe even I will have some performance impacting problems. Maybe I will suddenly get gearbox problems or something like that. I'll have to check whether it's on full damage or not, because I should, in theory, get authentic problems with my Ferraris. I don't think Ferraris were that reliable, were they? So we'll see if we fall foul of that. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'm off to cook some dinner. Have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll see you later.